What's up, everybody? Paul here, Left Coast Small Car Builds. Happy Sunday. Sunday morning, model cars and coffee. I am still catching up on last week's videos. Very cool. I'm glad everybody's really taken to this. Good stuff. I enjoy hearing, just the simple conversation, seeing past builds, projects, all fun stuff. Keep it simple. Have a good time. Hope everybody had a good week. As I mentioned before, June and I have been under the weather. Hopefully clearing up. So today's video is going to be a little different for a Sunday morning model cars and coffee, but I thought it'd be fun. If you've seen, I got paint and clear down on my 49 Ford and the Slayer T. Ran into some issues working with both, probably more inflicted on my end than equipment or anything. But it's all good. That's what we learn to work through, or box it up and set it aside, right? Well, this time we worked through it. Everything came out good. Pops had fun there. He looked at that Slayer T, and when I showed him what I was looking at, he had a quick solution, something they used to do, at the body shop using that Sickens filler that works really good going over base for minor stuff. So we're going to walk you through that. So between that and a little bit of the spraying and then the end products, it should get us through a few minutes here. I'm actually not even too sure how long, because they're clips I've been taking over the past, probably at least 3 or 4 days. So hope everybody's having a good week. Make sure you check out all our page supporters, sponsors. Make sure you get some bench time in with your loved ones. And let's get this rolling. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, everybody. All right, so what we've got here is a bowl of water, some 800 grit paper, part of a little squeegee here, and we've got our Slayer T. Again, that's just Duplicolor, a little filler primer. Squeegees are like those. What we use those for is so that when you're sanding or blocking like this area back here, you can keep it nice and even, so you're not creating any, low spots there. All right, let me go ahead and give us a quick knockdown, and we'll see what we got. All right, so we have got our House of Colors Snow White Pearl. Got it mixed up here. You kind of see how that looks, and that gives that really nice kind of pearl white naugahyde look you'd see in some of the old school kind of customs. We got our cleaning thinner, and we got our 310 reducer. We're going to use our swallowtail here. Love this airbrush, works great. We got our body that's been blocked down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the bottom of it, then we'll flip it over and shoot the top. So give me a second, we'll be right back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spray a nice light coat over this here. All right, we're gonna let that kick off for a few minutes, so we'll be back. So to give you an idea, after that first coat, you can see some of the pearl white as the sun hits it, but all in all, very little coverage so far. That's just your first really light coat. And that's what you want, is to build this up slowly and gradually. So we'll give this about 5 minutes to kick off, and we'll be back with the second coat. All right, here we are back with coat number 2. All right, we're gonna give this another about 5 minutes to tack up. Then we'll be back with our third coat. And maybe our final. Like I say, here we're really just trying to get the bottom covered. All right, so we got the pearl white. Our main focus was the seat. You can see it looks really nice. Definitely got the effect we were going for. And covered good. There's a couple small things I've seen here now. We got some paint. I don't think I'm gonna go back and dive into it. It's fairly minor. So what I'll probably do is take and lightly water sand the outside of the sleigh rod. And then we'll tape off the seat, maybe the floors, and hopefully get some color laying down on the body. I don't know if we'll do it today or just let this sit. We'll see. So we will check back with you guys a little later. So one of the nice things working with these bases, because there's no hardener, it's just reducer. So what I had mixed, let's see if we can get that in the sun. So now next time I use some of this Snow White Pearl, I've got some all reduced and ready to go. Not too bad. That'll save from having to get the quart can out next time. All right, so we got the Snow White Pearl down earlier. You can kind of see between the primer and the color, there's some little pits in there that the primer did not fill. You can see that little ridge right there. So we're gonna go ahead and work some of that out. Pops has some stuff here that works pretty good over base that I've only used a few times. So we're gonna get to experiment with that. But we did get the pearl white on the seats. And then like I said, we got some color here to see what we were gonna need to do. So it worked out really good doing the white over the sled. So right in there. And that's made it go right over the base, huh?
Right over base coat. So you can fix the flaw, then you come back and you can paint.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I've only used that over plastic.
I've used it right on Bondo. It works great.
So what we used here is a Sikkens combi putty.
Should have turned it around.
That's fine. And you can see here what Pops did, kind of laid that over. So we're gonna let this sit overnight, lock it down, and then see what we got.
Water sand it with 1000 grit.
Water sand with 1000 and go from there.
Or even 1500, but I like to start with 1000 to get the shape right. See, clean my thing off. Credit cards.
Yeah.
Here's a little tip.
The
old credit cards make great squeegees.
Yeah, work good to spread your Bondo or putty or filler. Works really good. So all right, we'll be back in the morning, see how that cures out. All right, so we got our seat taped off. I think we're gonna be good. I hope. Kind of see what went around the seat. The very bottom, there's a little bit of an edge right there, which I think's gonna go the color. It's like where the seat sits on. So hopefully that'll all come out good. See what we used here. So let me get this set up for color, then we'll be back. All right, so here we go with, we're gonna try a little different here. And we'll explain that later, why that's the way it is. But we're gonna go ahead and shoot some Pro Scale Mercedes South Seas Blue Metallic. Really like that color. Using our swallowtail here. And then we got some 2K clear. We'll go ahead and use some of Pro Scales. Keep to the airbrush today. So let's see what we do. All right, so here's our first coat of blue down. Covering good. So taking our time here with the airbrush, really making sure we hit all around, get all the lower edges, the engine compartment. We got our hood here. So it's gonna take a few coats, but I think this is gonna look pretty nice on here when we're done. All right, we'll check back in a bit. All right, so here we are. This is after about four coats. Looking good. Definitely seen some old body work. Would have been nice to have worked out, but this thing sat in a urethane primer for a number of years, and then it was semi built up, foiled and everything, and left in primer, kind of to give that primered look. So we'll see what we end up with. It'll be fun either way. Build a good looking shelf model out of it. This is a pretty color. All right, so this is sat now a little over 24 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and water sand it with some 1500. There's a few things here I'm not sure. There's a little indent right in there. We'll see if the clear covered that up. But my hood, you can see everything that came right back through. So we're gonna see how that knocks out. Then we'll get a couple coats of color down and hopefully some clear. Let's see what we get. All right, we're back. So we've knocked the body down, the hood, using this 1500 pad. Just did that in the sink, a little bit of Dawn soap. So we're all set up out here. We're gonna try to blow over a couple coats of blue just to cover and then see what we end up with. We'll be right back. All right, so as of now, we've had zero luck. I'm gonna have to break this guy apart, really clean him up. So we went to the Seda Jet. The first blue I used is an older base. That didn't work. So far 0 for 2. Not sure if that means we should pack it up, regroup and come back tomorrow, or give it one more go. We'll see. If we give it a go, we're going to try this candy base coat Oriental blue. All right, so we got our candy red down. It all laid down nice. Took more than I thought, just having to go over that glaze we put down. But it came out nice. There's probably a good 10 to 12 coats. It's candy apple red that's down. So now we'll get the clear going. We'll see how that comes out. All right, so we're gonna mix up our clear here. We got my helper, my daughter Dolly's. We got it mixed. We're gonna strain it into the cup. We're gonna get the sleigh going, and the other, there's June, he's halfway alive. All right, here we go. This is why I like clearing with the Seta Jet. I like my airbrush, I love it for base. But man, when clearing, it takes a while to cover. Let me show you, this is why I enjoy this. See there? You can see how nice that lays out. Nice and easy, quick. So we're gonna let that sit and we'll get our third coat and I think we'll be good. All right, so that's after our clear coats are down. Everything came out pretty nice. I don't think we need any more. There's Santa's tea. Not too bad. All right, here's our Slayer tea. See if we can get it with the sun on there a little. Candy and the clear laid out really nice on that. Hard to get the